In a serene village there stood a vast hermitage of Gautam Buddha, where a renowned Buddhist teacher resided with his disciples. Among them was a disciple who just loved to talk. He would collect stories from the village during his donation rounds and gossip about one disciple to another, while pretending to be good-natured in front of everyone else. He constantly tried to prove his superiority in terms of intellect and boasted that his sacrifice was much more meaningful than anyone else's because he hailed from a rich family and had given up a life of luxury and comfort. One day, the wise guru summoned all disciples and challenged them to take up a resolution for the entire month to strengthen their determination. They were free to choose any resolution as per their own ability. Meanwhile, the boastful disciple approached the guru and requested to be assigned a grand resolution. The guru asked, "Are you confident that you can fulfill the resolution given by me?" "Yes, I want a resolution befitting my greatness, Gurudev," he declared. With a knowing smile, the guru responded, "Then you must maintain silence for a month. Can you handle it?" The disciple wasn't satisfied and sought a more significant challenge, but the guru told him, "First, prove that you are capable of this seemingly simple task." Initially, the disciple found it manageable. However, as days passed, the burden of unspoken words grew. By the fourth day, he began to feel a strange uneasiness whenever he was around his fellow disciples. He was tempted to speak when he saw them talking to each other, but forced himself to stay silent. Due to this internal turmoil, he fell ill within a week, and his urge to speak overpowered his need to eat or drink. He returned to the guru and asked for his guidance in a written plea. He asked, "Gurudev, should I break the resolution? I will go insane if I don't speak." Instead of giving him a direct answer, the guru told him that it was entirely up to him. He could give up if he wanted to stray from the path of awakening. Hearing this, the disciple locked himself away in his hut, where he spent the next few days in near isolation. However, solitude amplified the internal voices. After 15 days, he once again approached the teacher in distress. Although he seemed to be silent, his mind was echoing with complaints and questions. The teacher told him that his mind would keep responding as long as he was influenced by the external voices. The disciple ventured into the forest to find peace, but to everyone's concern, he did not return even after the time of resolution was over. Despite all the attempts to find him, he remained untraceable. Nonetheless, the guru was confident that the disciple had discovered whatever he was seeking. Astonishingly, the disciple returned to the ashrag after 3 months. His fellow disciples were overjoyed to see him, but he was completely transformed. Calmness radiated from him, and the once talkative disciple spoke with patience and sweetness. Touching his teacher's feet, he inquired, "Gurudev, is my resolution still intact?" The guru gazed at him carefully and then confirmed that his vow of silence was still ongoing. The onlookers were amazed and asked how that was possible. The disciple shared his story. "Gurudev, when I left the ashram, I was silent outwardly, but within me there were countless voices. The deeper I ventured into solitude, the louder these voices became. In that denser forest, I realized how misguided I had been. Every word I spoke against my family, friends, and fellow disciples, what I once believed to be right, now seemed so wrong. It was then that I understood the true meaning of silence. For the first time, I heard the subtle symphony of nature clearly. The wind, the birds, the flowing water. I spoke my first words in a month to break that silence. But even after I shouted, the peace was undisturbed. I am speaking now, yet I am completely alone inside, as I have found peace within." Much of life's misery arises from thoughtless speech, as we tend to waste our precious energy just because we don't want to be silent. Unnecessary chatter pulls our attention outward. But if we want to turn towards our inner world and dedicate time to introspection and personal growth, we must embrace silence. However, we don't need to isolate ourselves inside a forest to attain inner peace. Rather, we can practice mindful communication by speaking only when necessary and choosing words thoughtfully. If this story resonated with you, share your thoughts in the comments, like the video, and subscribe for more enlightening tales. We'll see you next time.